So, hi everybody, my name is BigFuzzyYak, and here I'm today with...
Neo. Yeah. Do you want to start again?
No, that's perfect. No, that's perfect. All right, so the first question for Neo is, how did you get into BeybladeX?
So I would say I got into BeybladeX after rekindling my passion for Beyblade from Beyblade Burst, which was the previous generation. That generation was a lot more gimmicky. They didn't hit as hard and they weren't as fast. However, something about reliving my childhood, and those school ground days really, stuck something with me, as well as ADHD. But then. And then as soon as I saw Beyblade X was released in Japan, and I saw the trailers for it, they were pushing for more of a sport, and they were pushing for a wider demographic of ages. I thought, this is perfect. I've jumped back into the hobby at the correct time, at the right time. So I saw that the tops were made out of metal again. I saw that they were using this thing called an extreme line, which makes your bays go supersonic speed, like you blink and you miss it speeds.
So what is that? What is it?
So on the bay, it's comprised of 3 parts.
Okay.
So you got the blade, which is all made out of metal again.
Okay.
Those Metal Gen lovers out there will love to hear that. Then you've got what's called the ratchet. That will basically determine your burst resistance.
Is that the middle piece?
That's the middle piece, yeah. It also center of gravity and other little bits like that changes. And then finally, the most fun bit, surprisingly, is the bits. So every bit is different. If you want an attack bit, it's more flatter at the bottom. If you want a defensive bit, it's more rounder at the bottom. That's the simple terms of it. However, every single bit have gears going around the circumference of the bit. Now, in the arena, there are gears going all the way around the circumference of the arena.
Okay. Yep.
So when these 2 gears hit each other, it goes supersonic. These bays go supersonic speeds, and they clash very, very hard. It's an insane sport. It's great to play with some mates. Get a few mates over, have a few drinks, get the bays out. It's a great time. I absolutely love it.
This question is, what is your BeybladeX build, and is this the one you're going to use in the tournament as well? Yeah? All right.
So this here is called Aero Pegasus. You can only get this at the moment in the BeybladeX app. Now, the BeybladeX app is only available in Asian countries, and it has a kind of lottery system. So the more bays you get these points that go onto the app. And on the app as well, you can complete challenges too. So on the launchers now, they all have this kind of tracker. And with that tracker, you can connect it to your phone and complete these challenges.
The Battle Pass.
The Battle Pass, yes, that's the actual name of it, surprisingly. No, not Fortnite, it's a Beyblade Battle Pass.
It kind of looks the same way, because you do get prizes.
Kinda, yeah, in a way, yeah. So with those challenges complete, you get points, and with those points, you can then roll to get a lottery pool. So that's why I won here, which is Aero Pegasus. It's actually modeled on a Metal Fight Beyblade, actually.
But that's just the top bit?
Yeah, that's just the top bit here. So this is Aero Pegasus. I'm running it on 160. So there's 1 point here. So when I say 160...
Is it the heart-shaped kind of looking one?
Yeah, it's the kind of the heart-shaped one.
Yeah, okay.
So when I say 160, it's got 1 point there. And then it's a 60 height, so 60 millimeters height.
It's like, what does the other number mean?
Yeah, so you got 60, at the moment you got 60, 70, 80, and 85. So,
Build you gave me.
I believe I gave you, that's 160 as well, just in green. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I've got it on one of the newer bits called Level here. It's kind of a well-balanced bit, just like your bit there. That's called Hexa. They work kind of in a similar way. I just want to see what it's like on this.
Okay.
I'm all about the aesthetic as well. Yeah. I won't run a combination if it doesn't look aesthetic, right? The colors have got to match in some way. There's got to be a cohesion between this. So
it looked very pretty, yeah.
Thank you. But yeah, I as you can see, the paint hasn't been chipped off yet, so I haven't used it yet. I thought tonight's a special occasion, so thought I'd go for it.
All right. For our next question is, what do you like about the BeybladeX community?
What I love about the BeybladeX community is it brings people from all aspects of life together. A bit kind of like how Pokemon Go did on that one weekend.
Oh, I love that.
It has made me so many friends, you know. I've been able to introduce my own friends to the hobby as well. I've been able to travel up and down the country because there are tournaments up and down the country. It's also gotten people who are typically more shy and reserved out of their comfort zone as well, to go to like tournaments and to feel comfortable. And it's great for all ages as well. It's a hobby sport toy for all ages. Which is why I kind of compare it to Pokemon, because you have that casual scene, you have that more hardcore scene, you know, who train their Pokemon all year long. It's kind of like that. There's more technique to Beyblade than you might think there might be, surprisingly.
I'm slowly learning that every time I show up.
There's metas, there's all sorts. And being able to discuss that in person and online, because there is a thriving Discord group, there are forums as well. For the UK scene especially, I believe the UK Discord has got almost around 500 members now, active members. And it's honestly been great meeting so many new people, I think. And it goes back to what I was saying earlier about being in the schoolyard with your friends and trying out combinations, you know. So it's, very nostalgic and very fun.
So our final question is, what would you recommend to anyone that wants to get into Beyblading, or new people that want to like get out and try it?
So for my age, I would say get a couple of your mates together, you know, chip in a few quid each maybe, and have a night in where you just get the Beyblade Arena out, get some bays, have a few drinks, and go from there. From there, you can really see if it's something that you want to pursue in the future. When I got back into Beyblade Burst, it was more of a mindset of, I'll just buy some bays, you know, it reminds me of the good old days. Mm-hmm. From there, ADHD took over, and it was like, I got one bay, like, might as well get another one.
Gotta collect them all.
Exactly. Yeah. BeybladeX is so much fun, honestly. It's, like I said, there's a lot of technique and hype around it, but there's also a big portion of that is luck. You never know what's really going to happen. And I've seen some crazy things happen in the stadium that I don't think I'd ever see again. So those hype moments, get a stadium. You can buy a battle set online for pretty cheap, especially on Black Friday weekends. Amazon Prime, Game, if they're still going to be around next week. What was it, Entertainer?
I'm still like trying different ones, because like for a new person, it's very intimidating trying to pick your first one to go start with. So I've been trying a lot of different things and trying to learn more about it to know.
I haven't really touched on it that much, but there are two kind of scenes. Yeah. So two manufacturers. There's the Hasbro scene, and there's Takara Tomy. Now at tournaments, usually all are allowed. Takara Tomy are the primary people who make Beyblade. Right? They're based in Japan and other Asian countries. Typically, the Takara Tomy releases will come out first. So the newest bays will be there in the Asian countries. However, you can get them imported in. Hasbro have the license to make the bays. They're the exact same quality. Everything's pretty much the same with them. So you're not missing out on anything. You're just a few bays behind on the schedule, basically. So if you do want to get some bays, go down to your Entertainer, go down to Amazon, whatever you want. We're not sponsoring these people. They're not sponsoring us.
I mean, that would be cool. We'd like that.
Yeah. If you wanna do it. But then from there, if you like the bays that you got and you want to keep on pursuing it, look on sites where you can import bays. It's not as expensive as you might think anymore. I typically buy around 3 to 4 bays a month from Japan.
Oh, wow.
A bay usually costs around tenner. And then I would say shipping for a pack of like 6 bays is about 15 quid. So it's about the cost of a video game, really. Yeah. For a good pack of bays.
And like if it's your thing, then
Exactly. If it's your thing, I'm a collector, so I've got to have them all. Pokemon.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you. It's my pleasure.
Good luck today.
Yes, get Beyblade. It's really hype and really fun.
Yes.
I want to see you at a tourney.
Yeah, we want to see you next time.
So I can beat your butt.
Yeah.